Welcome back to Mindful Gains. I'm Bryce. Question: do you feel like the way you used to operate, you don't operate that way anymore? You don't react to situations like you used to. The world around you and how you see the world is starting to shift, almost like you're waking up out of a dream. Well, if you're experiencing these types of things, you may be waking up from the matrix. And I'm going to share 5 signs that you're finally breaking free. You may or may not already have an idea of what the matrix is. Maybe you've seen the movies, maybe you've done a lot of YouTube researching and you are developing an understanding of what it exactly is. This is the definition from Urban Dictionary. The matrix is a term describing a controlled environment or situation in which people act or behave in ways that conform to roles predetermined by a powerful person who decides how the world is supposed to function. The matrix is like this mental construct and this mental prison that we were born into without even realizing it. And by prison, I mean a box of expectations, the box of how you should live your life, the box of you need to do these particular things to have success in the world. That's what I mean by the matrix. Conditioning, thoughts, beliefs that were put onto you without you even realizing that it's happening. Now, waking up from the matrix means you become aware of those shoulds. You start to question, why should I be doing this? Why do I have to follow this path or this narrative that was laid out for me? Do I have to do that? Can I do my own thing? That's when you're starting to step out the matrix, when you start to ask those types of questions. Now, let's go ahead and get right into it. Also, make sure you watch this video to the end because I have a very key sign that is a clear indication that you are waking up out of the matrix. So make sure you watch this video to the end. Sign number 1 that you're breaking free from the matrix is that you're becoming more self-aware. You're starting to be aware of how you're showing up in the world. You're starting to become aware of how you feel, how you think, how you react in situations. You're stepping out of that autopilot mode and you're starting to take more control over who you are and not just living your life on the hamster wheel of the shoulds, how I should be doing things. Self-awareness is very powerful. And some of us don't even ever get to the point of becoming aware of ourselves. We're on such an automatic way of living. But the more you realize that you're becoming aware of your own internal operating system, that's a clear sign that you're starting to wake up from the matrix. The second sign is that you don't care about what people think or say about you anymore. It doesn't have such an effect and such a heavy impact on you like it used to. You're able to kind of brush it off in a way like, okay, that's just how you see the world. And at one point, maybe you weren't able to have that type of response when people are expressing how they feel about you. And it just used to hit you in a way where you couldn't even move on with your day. That doesn't happen to you anymore. You're kind of in acceptance. You're kind of able to just go with the flow and just say, hey, it is what it is. That's how you see me. It is what it is. That's your opinion. That's a clear sign that you're waking up as well. That other people's thoughts, opinions, and judgment of you, they don't hit you that hard anymore. Sign number 3 that you are waking up is that you're learning how to embrace the flow of life a little bit better. You're not so resistant to things that happen. Whether they be negative or positive, you're able to just accept what's happening. When we resist things, that creates a lot of that internal discord. It creates a lot of that disruption within ourselves when we're not able to just go with the flow of things. It is what it is. Once you start getting to that point, that's another clear sign that you are breaking free from the matrix. The 4th sign that you're waking up out of the matrix is that you no longer need things to be happy. You no longer need that super fancy car, the biggest house on the block, the best job amongst your circle of friends. Those things don't bring you happiness anymore. You start to realize that those ideas that I need to have the biggest house, I need to have the best car, those have all kind of been pushed on you since you were younger. Whether it was your parents, whether it was things you watched on TV, it's kind of like societal pressure. Things are put on us like, yo, in order to experience happiness, you need these things. And that's not necessarily true. So the more you're able to experience joy and experience happiness from yourself, not from the things around you, not from the things outside of you, not from the external world, but from your internal world, that's a clear sign that you're waking up as well. Yo, if you're enjoying this video so far, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so that you know whenever I drop more content like this. And that way, this video can reach as many people who are waking up, who are experiencing this type of stuff in their lives. All right, I really appreciate that. All right, let's get back into it. The fifth sign that you are waking up from the matrix is that you're starting to question your reality. You're starting to question everything you've been told. You're starting to get curious about, whoa, do I believe that? And why do I believe that? Where did that belief even come from? Was that given to me? Is that something I started to believe on my own? You're starting to question, like, how did I even develop this way of thinking? That's another clear indication that you're starting to wake up. It piggybacks off of that self-awareness. You're starting to become aware of your reality. You're starting to become aware of the world around you. If you made it this far in the video, I really appreciate you. And like I said, I have a sixth key sign that you are waking up from the matrix. And that sign is that you are becoming more present in the moment. You're noticing that you're not being pulled by distractions in the world. Like I said earlier, having the biggest house, having the nicest car, having the nicest clothes on, those are distractions. Those are things that pull you out of the present moment. Those are things that are making sure you're checking off some list so that you can be accepted by whomever, by your friends, by society. When you start to live more in the present moment, you're not being pulled by past things that have happened, future things that haven't happened yet. You are right here in the present moment. And mindfulness is very helpful with that. If you don't already have a mindfulness practice, if you're not already meditating, I suggest look into it. It definitely helps you to cultivate more presence so that when you're interacting with people, like having conversations, your mind is not so pulled away from the conversation. You're able to remain present. You're able to not be so mentally distracted. And that's ultimately what the matrix does. That's what it's set up for. It's ultimately a mental construct of distractions to pull you away from your authentic self, to pull you away from who you are supposed to be underneath all of your conditioning, all of those patterns and all those behaviors that you've picked up over the course of your life. We have to learn how to get back to our authentic self. We have to learn how to strip ourselves away of all the bullshit that we've picked up, all these expectations, all these, I should be living life like this because if I don't do this before I get to 30, then I'm a failure. That's bullshit. So we have to learn how to figure out what our values are. What do you value in life? What's important to you? For example, I value personal development. I value growth. I value evolving as a human being. So that's something that leads my life. That's something that allows me to be able to step out of what I should be doing and step more into what I enjoy doing, what I find fulfilling, what brings me purpose. And also, I'm able to be of service to other people, like making YouTube videos, like dropping content like this, to help us start to wake up and step into our authentic selves and step out of our conditioning and how we've been programmed. Hopefully this video made sense. It's a very abstract, complicated type of topic, but hopefully the way I explained it, it makes sense to you. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to check out some of my other videos. I think you'll dig those as well. All right, I'm out.